This is Tim Willis with ClickFunnels and ClickDesigns, and today we're going to be working with ClickDesigns and making a couple of logos using the logo section in ClickDesign. And as usual, there'll be no flashbang effects, no fancy jump cuts, just a straight up video with no gimmicks because I'm the most non-gimmicky guy you're going to find. So with that, let's go ahead and go to ClickDesigns. This is Tim Willis, and we're going to be continuing our tour of the various sections in our toolbar here in ClickDesigns. And last time we did custom graphics, this time we're going to be doing logos. And this is where it gets a little weird because there's not a logo section, but there's actually two of them. Let me go ahead and show you why that is. So if we come here and click on this section for logos, it's going to load up a bunch of logos that we can search through and find something we like. But if we go back out to our dashboard, and we click on Start from Scratch, and we'll just put a name, Acme Corp. And we look here in our Select Design Type, we have logos here. If we click on that, it'll ask us for the name of the business. Take up the 13 characters. And we'll just go with Acme on that. And click Continue. And we have a totally different set of logos. And so just be aware of that. There's sort of two paths you can go here. Now in this section, of course, you can see we have categories here, so you can filter things using the categories. And you're going to have a lot of choices here. And depending on the category you choose, or whether you choose no category at all, we'll change the icons you see, and you can just scroll down and keep on going until you find one that you like. These icons seem to be, I think of them as simpler, but they're not always so simple. There's some fairly complex ones here, but they seem to have a different feel to them than the other logos in the main section. But other than that, the process of working with logos in ClickDesigns is pretty much the same. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And I am going to go back to our dashboard, and we're going to go into the main logos section. So let's go ahead and go into our logos section, and you're going to see here that we have a bunch of logos. It's all sort of mixed and scattered. We can choose to go by categories. Let's choose beauty. And so we've got now these beauty related items, and we can also enter keywords. Choose hair, and again that refines it some more and gives us less choices, but it's more refined because it's searching by a keyword. But let's go ahead and get out of that, and we'll just choose one of these that are in our main category here. Let's choose this Natura Cosmetics one, and of course we can preview it, and then we can click on Use Template, and we'll just call this Logo Test 1, and let it load up in the editor. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and reduce our cabinet size so we can see everything. And I'm going to go ahead and background just for now and put a little, and that'll work, a little blue in the background just so we can see the background of the cabinets and see what we're working with. First of all, your text element is just a regular text element, so you can change the font, the size, color, whatever. It's just like a regular text element you would have on anything else in ClickDesigns. The logo itself comes with certain colors, and it's going to depend on the logo how many there are and what colors there are. Now This is where you can start playing some. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Adobe Color real quick. Okay, and so I did it off camera, but I picked out a palette out of Adobe Color. We're going to play with these colors some. Let's go ahead and start with color right here. And we're going to go to where we have these greens, and we can go ahead and just replace them with that color. And right now I'm not sure this is going to look all that great, but we're going to take a shot at it. And let's go ahead and take this green color and let's put it where we have the sort of brownish color. And then let's take this brownish color and put it where we have this light green color. In some sense we're just swapping the colors a little bit, but that's okay. This is all just to show how things work. Okay, so we're able to use hex codes and change any colors of the individual elements in the design. What we also could do, if we wanted to play a little more, is we could use our opacity control to blank them out or just make them a lighter color. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. I think that's pretty good. And then of course we can go to our background and make it transparent, or we could change the background color. So what would happen here, let's go ahead and change that color to white. And then let's go to our background and change it to black. And so we can create a black background, or we could create a white background, or we could choose any color we want and change the background. I kind of like that black. Looks pretty good. Brings out the colors. And of course here with our text, as I said, we can modify it. So let's go ahead and change the font on that. And depending on our font style, we may have to change the size as well. Let's go with that, and then we'll drag it to the center here. We have our center alignment line there. And so I think that looks pretty good. There's one thing we can try just to see how it works out. Sometimes it looks good, it doesn't. Is down here in our advanced functions for the text, we have go and put on the gradient color. And that's by default. That blue and that red is what's by default on the gradient color. Let's go ahead and play with some of our colors from Adobe and see what we get. And let's see. Let's try this yellow one. That doesn't look too bad. And we didn't use the yellow anywhere else. Okay. And then you can change this color scale, play with that, and then you can change the gradient angle and kind of slide the color around some. And you have a choice between a linear gradient or a radial gradient. So that looks okay. We'll leave that. And then, as I said, this particular one is fairly large, so you could crop the size of the cabinets if you wanted to. Now if you do that, it kind of gets a little tricky because everything's aligned to the top and to the left side, so you would have to slide this over and do that and kind of adjust it that way. But that's one logo. Let's go ahead and save that. And then we can go ahead and exit. And then the logo we created will show up as our most recently created design. Okay, so now I think we'll go ahead and take a swing at doing a logo the other way. Type in Acme Corp. Logo. Just need to give a name. Choose logos. Click continue. And we'll just put Acme here. And create logo. We'll go business and entrepreneur. See what that gives us. And the thing in this second set of icons is, opposed to the main one, which tends to have the text either above or below the icon, these all will be to the side, which to me requires a bit of different strategy when we get into the editor, but we'll take a look at it in a little bit. Okay, let's go with this one because I like this little star. I've used it actually on several certification projects I've worked on for ClickFunnels. And we'll click on Use Template and let it load up. Okay, and there we go, we're loaded up. Now, if you look over to the left, under designs, you can see we have different categories of things, and so you can see that logos we just created, it shows up there, so you'll be able to access it at any time from within the editor. But this one is the one we're concerned with. So let's go ahead and start by putting some kind of color on the back of our background, like that, so we can see what we're working with. And you'll notice that these icons are typically much smaller too. And this is why I say I think these require a different strategy, because that's going to leave a whole lot of space, even if you make this transparent, that can be problematic when you go to put it onto your web page. So what I like to do is take the icon and put it right about there. And then I will deal with the text in just a little bit. Let's look at our icon. Now this is one of the things I don't quite understand, is certain icons will just have this D1, D1, D1 going on it. And so that's kind of annoying because it would be nicer to see the colors, but I'm not sure why they do it that way. And so off camera I went to Adobe Colors and picked out a different color palette, and we're going to go ahead and play with that. So let's go ahead and pick out this color, and we'll start right here. Okay, so that is our black color there. So we'll keep that black color. And then we'll go to this one here and we will put in a different hex code. So you see, just like the other ones, I can change the colors. And I'm going to do that real fast here. In fact, I'm just going to skip over that while I do it, so we'll be back with you in just a moment. So I went and changed all those colors. I mean, you've seen me do it before in the other icons, so there's no mystery about that anymore. Now, as far as this, I will gently move up my text here and right there. Let's go ahead and mess with the font a little bit. Now, one of the nice things I do like about ClickDesigns is that when you mouse over the list of fonts, it will show you what it's going to look like. I wish every program did that, but nobody asked me, and they don't all do that. Let's go ahead and just go with this, and then we will go ahead and we're going to make the background transparent on this one, so we'll leave that black. And that size is about right. And of course you do have a little green guideline that comes up here where you can center it there to the right. So let's go ahead and go to our background, and we're going to make that transparent. Actually I think we'll leave it yellow just for right now. Oh, I'll show you the other thing that I always do with these, because I don't want to have a whole bunch of empty space here. So we can resize this, and let's do our width first. Okay, so we need to chop some more down. Now the other option would be that you could just make the icon and the text bigger. So it would work either way. Okay, it looks pretty good on the horizontal. Let's do the vertical. Okay, we're looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and move this a little closer. And then in ClickDesigns, we can choose one of these elements and go down to our other layer options and choose select all. And that will allow us to just grab everything and sort of center it as we like. And then click on the outside, and it releases them to be individual element. And there they are, then released to be individual elements again. So let's now go to our background and make it transparent. And boom, there we go. We've got our icon ready like we like it. We're going to save it. Okay, now we're saved. We go ahead and exit. That will take us back out to the main screen. And on the main screen, we see that we now have that icon, and we can download from right here by clicking on download and picking the size we want to download to, and then it will go to our downloads folder. And so that's about it for the icon demonstration. So this is Tim Willis with ClickFunnels and ClickDesigns, and that is our video for today on making logos in ClickDesigns. Other than that, have a nice day, and we'll see you folks next time.